What's up everybody, Xaenca here. Welcome to 5 Things We Want to See in WWE Mayhem number 11. This is a recurring show where we talk about features, mechanics, or anything at all we want to see implemented in a game. If there's something you want to see that we didn't cover in this video or prior videos within the series, post your suggestion and explanation down in the comment section below for a chance to be featured in future videos. Also, if you end up enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button so I know to continue making videos just like this one. On to the list. Number 5 comes to us from Ananda Das, who wants referees. This is a simple enough change, but it would help the game's presentation aesthetically. Just have the referees hanging out in the background, come down to make the count for the covers, check for the tap out during submissions, ring the bell before and after the matches. It's a simple enough change, but would help the game's immersion as it improves on the aesthetics. Number 4 comes to us from Warrior Gamer, who wants difficult events. He hints that he wants something where the recommended team rating is 10 to 15k power, and the idea here is to give us a reason to actually need the health and revival items. As you guys know, it's a running joke by now, but anytime I get a health or revival item, I mention that I'm never going to use it and basically it's just extra cash for when I sell it from my stash. But having an event with that kind of difficulty scale would definitely change my tune when it comes to these things. Either way, I'm fine with it. On one hand, they could do these kind of things and items would finally have a purpose in life and not be completely useless. On the other hand, it stays the way it is and I just keep getting more money. That's a win-win situation if you ask me. Number 3 comes to us from Perna Sonam, who wants exhausted finishers. This is something that the 2K games have implemented in their games recently, but I think it's a pretty cool idea. So like in the 2K games, for instance, if you're using Shawn Michaels and your HP is low or whatever the hell it is and you end up doing the sweet chin music, Shawn does the finisher, but he's basically holding the ropes to keep himself up as he stomps on the mat. He looks visibly tired, and he goes to land the kick but collapses right after. As we all know, in real life matches, this happens to heighten the drama. A lot of the best matches to have happened in history have both of the superstars basically burnt out by the end of the match, and you could incorporate that here when you land the finisher when you're in the danger levels. I don't know, it's another aesthetic thing that would help the immersion of the game, so I'm down for it. Number 2 and number 1 solve a similar problem that I've kind of hinted at in the past, but number 2 comes to us from Omsrivastava, who wants all superstars to have submission moves. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I talked about this in a previous episode of 5 Things, specifically in the episode where I talked about selecting your finisher because it would be useful for superstars like Ric Flair who have submission finishers. And the basic gist of it was, if the superstar's really low, then you go for the submission. If he's not quite low and you want to just deal enough damage to go for the pin, you go for the damage dealing finisher. And I mentioned that this might give an unfair advantage to the superstars that do have submission finishers, so a solution to that would be to give all the superstars submission finishers. Well, Omsrivastava's idea here is basically one implementation of that, where all superstars would have submission moves, but the bar for it would be in between the 2-bar and 3-bar moves. So basically all superstars would have a submission move at the 2.5 bar mark. And that sounds good to me. And number 1 comes to us from Ashar Gaming, who wants the bar system changed. In his idea, he wants a separate bar for the special moves, another bar for the finishers, and another bar for the 4-star moves. And the reason why I say this idea and the previous idea could combat the same problem is that in this idea you could have another bar for the submission moves. So honestly, I think this idea could be pretty cool. It would change the gameplay a lot. You would see a lot more 1-gauge moves being thrown around because why not? If they're separate bars, then using the 1-gauge move does not detract you from using your finisher later on. And the more I think about this idea, the more I end up liking it because the game would be a lot more action-packed with all these moves being thrown around. And professional wrestling is all about the flashy moves, and the moves are animated so flashy in this game that why not make it so that we can just keep throwing these around? I mean, yeah, we have charge attacks, but the whole opponent being able to parry it kind of detracts me from wanting to use those. Plus, charge attacks are really difficult to land mid-combo. So I'm down for this. Hopefully they can make something like this happen in the future. And those are 5 things we want to see in WWE Mayhem. Which one do you want to see the most, or is it something else entirely? Post down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and share this video with whoever you want to share it with. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel to be notified about all upcoming videos, including more WWE Mayhem videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.